Hi, friends. Welcome to another episode of Fiercely Made Fit with Tiana B. I am your host, Tiana B. How have you guys been? I've been great. I've been okay. I've been all right. And I say I'm all right solely because I just feel like mentally I've been sort of in a block, and I'm trying my very best to, I don't get readjusted. I'm trying to get comfortable in my skin again. At the moment, I am currently on my menstrual cycle, and um, for anyone out there, I would like to be very open on this podcast and let you guys know a little bit about my life. I'm on birth control. I have an IUD, and for those of you that maybe don't have an IUD or don't have birth control, my periods are very irregular. I could go months without having them, and then boom, I have one. And I've had this for about 3 years now, and it still takes some time to adjust to. Sorry if I have a lisp. I have my retainer in. But it does take some getting used to, because even on those months where I may not have it, I still, like, around the time I'm supposed to get my period, I still get those emotions. And it's very hard. It's very difficult. But that's kind of why I'm recording this episode, is to talk about those emotions, to talk about mental health. This episode of Fiercely Made Fit with Tiana B is about mental health and how fitness and changing my lifestyle has affected my mental health and how it could possibly change yours. Um, for those of you who may not have listened to the introduction episode, I kind of went a little into detail regarding why I got into fitness, what it has done for me up to this point, and things along the lines of that. But let me go back to that even. When I first started working out, I can tell you my mental health wasn't the best. I did not know how to regulate my emotions. I didn't know how to properly cope with things. Um, it was something that I needed to know then, and I'm glad that I know now. It's simple as that. Um, Knowing what my emotions mean, why I'm feeling them, how to feel them, and how to move forward, especially if they're negative emotions, is something I think everyone needs to know. That is such a key aspect in growing up. I'm 21. I'm still growing up. I still feel like I'm 16, and I have my whole life ahead of me, and I still do. I still have my whole life ahead of me. But I'm also getting older. So I need to know what emotions mean what, and how I'm supposed to cope with them. How I'm supposed to cope with them. Simple as that. Um, I can say that being physically active and in the gym, moving my body, breaking that sweat, all of that has definitely changed my mental state for the better. Um, I go to the gym even when I don't want to. Not only for my body, like physically, but for my mind, because I know once I get that workout done, I'm going to feel so much better. And I know that may sound crazy. I don't know how you guys may feel about that, but I can tell you for a fact, from my perspective, for me personally, going to the gym, getting a good workout in, I have such a wave of relief afterwards. Like, once I'm done working out and I walk out of the gym, I have a smile on my face because I did that. I did that. Even though I didn't want to, even though I did not want to, I did that. And I'm almost proud of myself. You know? I'm proud of myself for doing that. So, let me kind of go into a little more detail not detail, but we're going to kind of shift over to exercise and physical activity and its effects on your mental health. To say the least, not just me speaking, but you can search up mental health and fitness and see so many articles, so many scholarly articles, so many things pertaining to that show how physical activity and things such as that have a positive impact on not only your physical health, of course, but your mental health and your mental well-being. It's it amazes me that that's the case. I may sound like I'm just rambling right now, but just moving your body for a period of time, like making it a habit, that's something that will benefit you. And I can't stress that enough. If something is going to benefit you, do that. Do that. If it's going to make you feel good physically, mentally, and emotionally, do just that. You know what I mean? I can tell you that in 2022, I was diagnosed with mild depression and anxiety. It simple, like, not simple as that, but I was diagnosed with that. And for those of you that may not know, I mentioned it in the first episode as well. I've been working out since early 2021, like the beginning of that year. Um, and my mental health was awful then. Of course, because of the pandemic. I was supposed to graduate in. I did graduate, but I was supposed my senior year was 2020. So of course, not getting to experience the things that all seniors get to experience was devastating, and having to isolate. I'm a very social person. Having to isolate like that, I was worried for myself. Um, so in 2021, I resorted to the gym because it was something to do. It was a way to distract myself from the negative things that were around me. So I resorted to the gym, started working out, and it felt great. Early 2022, not the best. Not the best. So I sought help because I couldn't, I felt like I couldn't do things on my own anymore. I needed help. So I saw a therapist. Not only did I seek a therapist, but I also incorporated that with the gym. So I would go to the gym before therapy, get a great workout in, and then go to therapy, would have a great session, and then overall my day would just be better. I'd go to the gym after therapy, and like I said, overall it would just be better. Regardless, I tried to pair therapy in the gym just so that I could feel okay. Just so that I could feel okay. 2022 was a very hard year for me. And I wasn't completely myself until late that year, as in like September, October of that year, perhaps. Don't really remember. It's kind of a blur. But I didn't start feeling like Tiana until later on that year. And even then, I still wasn't entirely myself. 2023 comes around. I lose my therapist. As in, I moved to a different city, and while I did have her number, I didn't contact her. It was on me. So I didn't have a therapist. I was in college. Um I knew no one. I knew not a single person. I was I felt alone again. Thank God my college had a gym. And even though when I moved in, I quickly made friends and it was great. But I wanted people to work out with me. They did sometimes, but 9 times out of 10 I was by myself. Um but that was my therapy. That was my therapy. And I knew that my college also had free therapy sessions. Like, you could go see a counselor, you could go see a therapist for free. I didn't take advantage of that because I was scared. I don't know why, but I was scared. So my school's gym was my therapy while I had it. Spring break comes around, spring break 2023. I'm staying, I'm not on campus. I get a Planet Fitness membership again. I canceled my one from 2020, 2021. I canceled that one. And I got a new membership. I'm like, yeah, this is perfect. I'm going to go to the gym. I have a Planet Fitness membership and I have my school's gym. So I'm not at school, I'll go to Planet Fitness. Boom, bam, boom. Perfect, perfect. I go to Planet Fitness, everything's great. I'm working out. Planet Fitness is packed. That Planet Fitness had a lot of members, and it was very hard for me to focus in on my exercises sometimes. But that's okay because people were there to do what they wanted. I was there to do what I needed. Um, so I had those two. I could fall back on Planet Fitness or my school's gym. Made friends in 2023, and I love them. If they're listening, I love you guys, and I miss you. Um, Summer 2023 comes. Out of school. Not going back to that school because what just happened, but not going back to that school. Um, Summer's here. I need to start. I need to start moving again. I need to go to the gym, working out, everything like that. Meet my boyfriend over the summer. If you're listening, baby, I love you. But yeah, I meet him over the summer, and he likes to gym as well. And I was like, oh, this is great. This is perfect. I'm with someone who is actively taking care of themselves. That meant a lot to me. I really look for that in a partner, is someone who takes care of themselves and likes to make sure that they're okay as well. Um, so I was very elated. I was very happy. My mental health was, I felt like Tiana again, is what I'm trying to get at. I felt like Tiana again. And towards like going to 2023, I felt like myself. So from basically spring break of 2023 to now, I felt like myself again. And now that I'm talking to you guys about it, it seems like it was just yesterday. Seriously, Tiana pre spring break 2023 was not the person that I am today. I was so unhappy. And honestly, the majority of 2022, I was scared for myself. I was scared that I was going to lose myself completely. And I was scared that others were going to lose me. Um, I know that's like a really heavy thing to say, but like I said at the beginning of this episode, I really want to be transparent and clear with you guys. I was scared. But now I know how to handle emotions. I say that as a 21-year-old, but like, I know how to handle my emotions. I know what I'm doing. But but that's not to say that they still don't get out of hand. That's not to say that that this is some easy thing to do, because it's not. Taking care of your mental health is so important. I can't stress that enough. People work out for a variety of different reasons. And I can say for myself that I work out not only to be stronger physically, but mentally. I can tell you that these past few days, not only was I PMSing, but I just felt like I was in a dark spot. And um, I will say that when I do get really emotional, or if I feel myself, I've been trying to avoid using this term, but I'm going to use it anyway. When I feel myself going into a depressive episode, I typically like to, I tend, excuse me, I don't like to, but I tend to want to manage it by myself. I tend to want to claw myself out of like a hole by myself. Even if I have my family, my friends, my partner wanting to help me, I don't know why I want to do it by myself. And it scares me because I feel like when I try to do it by myself, I'm pushing people away. And that's just how I feel. And I this is why I say I'm not like perfect at managing my emotions or figuring things out. I'm not perfect. No one's perfect. And I know it's so cliche to say that, but no one's perfect. I'm not perfect when it comes to this, and I'm still growing and I'm still learning. But managing your, like, knowing how to take care of yourself mentally not only benefits you, but of course the people around you, the people that you know and love and are there to support you, are going to love the fact that you're trying for you. It's proven that exercise and just taking care of yourself, it lowers rates of mental illness. And this is me trying to tell you, move your body to feel good. Activity is so important, and it's something I can't stress enough. I want so many people around me to be more physically active so that they can not only see the physical benefits, but of course the mental benefits. That runner's high that you hear, yeah, that's a thing. And it's not only is it a thing for runners, but it's a thing for weightlifters, for people who do Pilates. Like, there are so, like, any exercise that you do, after you're finished with it, or when you hit that peak, you're going to feel like you're everything. Anything, any sort of physical activity is better than nothing. Go for a walk, go for a jog, go for a run, go swim, lift a 5-pound dumbbell, throw it across the room. Don't do that. But what you need to do to be physically active, and take notes, or just remember how you feel when you're done with it. I'm rambling. I know. This episode was very um, this episode was very spontaneous, but I feel the emotions I feel right now are so real. Like, my chest, it just feels tight. And I really just want to express to you guys how mental health, regardless of your mental state, is possible to feel okay. You have to take steps to make yourself feel okay. And as a health and wellness slash fitness podcast, I'm going to advocate, I'm going to encourage that you move your body with a smile on your face, because you did that. You did that to benefit your physical well being and your mental well being. You're doing that to make you healthier. You're doing that to make you happier. So, I know, like I said, this is a very spontaneous episode, but I'm just filled with a lot of emotions right now. And I think that being a true podcast host is very important. I want you guys to feel real with me. So I would love if you guys just sometime, if you're listening to this podcast while you're working out, fantastic. If you're going for a walk, fantastic. If you're just sitting on your couch listening to it, fantastic. But all I'm going to ask is that at some point today, you move your body and you remember how you, even if you might not like it, you might not like what you're doing. I'm not telling you to go squat 250. I'm just telling you to move your body with a smile on your face and see how that changes you for even just maybe just a few minutes, maybe an hour or two, or a day, or whatever it may be. Just remember how you feel, because you did it. So that wraps up this episode of Fiercely Made Fit with Tiana B. I truly love and appreciate you guys for listening to this. I know it's a lot of rambles, but I'm being real with you guys. Fiercely Made Fit is available on Spotify and YouTube. Fiercely Made Fit with Tiana B. I'm also on Instagram at fmf.tianab. If you guys would follow me there, you can message me if you'd like to be a guest on the episode or anything like that. I would appreciate all the support that you guys give me. Like, comment, share to anyone who may feel motivated by, this podcast or this episode specifically, whatever it may be. I would truly appreciate it. And I will see you guys next week.